Hello, here we are. It's Tuesday, the 21st of May, 2024, and it's time to bring you the most interactive show of the whole week here at Cruise1st TV. Would you like to win a cruise? Thank you. That went well in rehearsals. Would you like to win a cruise? I thought the answer was yes. Well, you're in the right place because tonight could be your night. It's Cruise Deals Live. Yes, good evening. I need to put my teeth in and my brain in gear tonight, and I have to say I'm going to apologise right now for the stuffy nose and the croaky voice because I'm a little bit under the weather, but I could not miss this show because I want to make it a winning one. I have to say I've already won myself a cruise tonight, but that's no good for me because I can't win the cruise, but I want you to win one, and here's how you do it. It is my winning wheel for spin and win. It is full of glittering prizes as well, and tonight it could be the big one. If you want a chance to spin live tonight, just drop me in an email or a text. Hold the line, caller, please. I need to find out what I've won this time. Please not the cruise again. I can't win 2 cruises in a row, surely. Chocolate cruise ship. J. McDonald album, I Love Cruising, future cruise voucher. It's a board game. I'll take the P&O Cruises Monopoly, please. So that's a good omen, actually, because that could mean that the next spin is the cruise for you. Now, how do you get the chance to come and spin with me? Just come and drop me an email or a text into the show with your name, your comment, and your phone number. I'm definitely going to need that. Tonight, I want to know your favourite cruise port, but not just the cruise port. What did you do there? What did you see there? I'll have pictures as well, I'm fine with that. I'm always looking for new ideas to suggest on the shows. Now, text the word cruise, a space, and your message to 60777, or you can email me, studio@cruisefirst.tv, and let me know which was your favourite cruise port and what you did while you were there. In fact, I'd also like to hear from you if you're one of the nearly 500 people already booked on the cruise with Derek in November to Orlando and the Caribbean. Tell me why you've booked and what you're looking forward to most. And if you still want to book and you fancy the Caribbean with us in November/December, I've got more details of that coming up. I've got a final call for you. I've also got the very, very latest cruise news. Some awesome quick pick package offers for coming up later as well. Plus, my special guest in the show is Matt Alderton from Celebrity Cruises. There he is. Hello, Matt. Good evening. Thank you for doing the wave as well. We make everyone do it, you know. We've got some awesome packages coming up into the future later. Thanks, Matt. You can stop waving now. It's fine. No, thank you very much. I'll see you in a bit. That and so much more. Now, you know how quick this show goes. Almost as fast as my voice, probably. You can't leave the screen for a single second. Let's start the show by opening up the curtains and revealing this. Oh, dearie me. I think I need a first-class return to Nottingham and some tunes. I've tried everything today. But anyway, listen, showstopper time. We had such a big reaction to last week's showstopper with people planning ahead for 2026 that we've got a real British affair deal for you this week for the 18th of April in 2026. It's a week of cruising up to the Norwegian fjords, no fly to and from Southampton that we can book today for a deposit of less than £50 per person. Now, we're going to be cruising on P&O Cruises Iona, and let's go and have a look on board straight away. Wonderful Iona, relatively new, of course, to the cruising world and to the P&O Cruises fleet as well. She only launched back in 2021, and she's incredible. There is so much going on board. Of course, Iona is all about connecting you with the sea as well, so it's nice and bright and open. Everyone has good views out to the ocean and a very, very airy feel inside the ship as well. All of your P&O favourites are there. Have got a gastropub on board. They do a nice glass of beefsteak Malbec. I'll be having one of those when I eventually get home. For medicinal reasons, of course. One at a time responsibly. But you've got so many different dining venues, lounges, bars. Chances to enjoy a nice big gin and tonic, and I think I could do with one of those right now as well, I have to say. Fabulous dining on board. Lots of included dining, of course, in the main restaurants, plus, of course, you've got those wonderful speciality dining restaurants as well. You are going to absolutely, there's even fish and chips. I mean, it's posh fish and chips. The chips are in a basket. But listen, you can go back for a second helping. Of course you can. No problem at all. We love P&O cruises as well because I was recording some shows earlier with some P&O cruise offers. And I think what we love about P&O cruises is the fact that you spend in British pounds, so you know exactly what everything is costing. And also, you take your 3-pin plug and you plug it into a 3-pin socket. It's just so simple. And actually, even the cuisine on board, it's kind of tailored to us. And so is the entertainment as well. The entertainment is many and varied. Yes, there are big performance stage shows, but there's also other things like, you know, comedy and karaoke and little things that pop up here and there, which I think is really lovely because, you know, rather than everyone of an evening following each other literally on one trodden path, everyone goes to the restaurant at 6:30, everyone goes to the theatre at 7:30. It's not that kind of thing because there are so many places to be on the ship and so many different things going on. Then it's never that feeling that everyone is in the same place, which is absolutely fantastic. Right, now listen. What we've got coming up here for you is a chance really to do a nice first-timers cruise. It's a 7-night cruise. It's going up to the Norwegian fjords. I mean, it's one of the most popular cruise routes out of the UK because people like to cruise not too far away from the UK. They like to go somewhere that is not that far away. Do you know what I mean? Norway is not that far away, and the fjords are absolutely beautiful. You're sailing through these great big, huge ravines that are just wonderful, like the biggest canal you've ever seen, with mountains on either side and just the most incredible views. And you're going to love it at this time of the year as well. Very, very nice indeed. Shall I talk you through where you're going? Because we're going out of Southampton, so we're cruising from the UK, which is really good if you don't fly or prefer not to. 7 nights, first day at sea to get to know the ship, which is great, and then you'll find yourself up in the fjords in Stavanger. Here's just a little flavour of what cruising in the fjords looks like, by the way. So you can be very epically mountain climbing or cable carring up into the mountains, or you can just be literally walking through these wonderful lush valleys, enjoying the waterfalls and the culture in these kind of little towns that are dotted through the fjordlands, which are so charming and so beautiful. So, first one of those towns that we head into is Stavanger. Now, Stavanger is called a city in Norway. It's actually very, very walkable. It's very manageable indeed. Lots of history around, lots of lovely public artworks around for you as well. It's just a very, very charming place. I liked the Petroleum Museum. Everyone laughs at me for that, but it was actually quite interesting, to be honest with you. Next, we go into Olden. Now, Olden is a really cute port as well. And if you don't want to do an excursion, go and see glaciers or whatever, you can literally walk up and through the lush valleys in Olden Port itself, away from the ship. It's incredible. Then we go into Alesund. Oh, this voice is going. It'll be fine though. I've got to make it till 9. I've got to have an all match. You're going to have to take over the whole show. Well, listen, this could go either way. Up in Alesund, you can go to the Atlantic Sea Park to see the seals and the penguins and so much more. Then we go into Haugesund, and you can head to the Langfoss waterfall here and do some fjord fishing, or see the land of the Vikings from a seaplane trip as well. And then we will have a day at sea back into Southampton. I'm not letting that water go, Richard. I'm having it now. I might need it for the whole of the show. So there's a quick look at the itinerary. I'll have a quick gulp of water. Right. Okay. Well, that didn't help at all, but there you go. Never mind. At least we know where we're going to on our holiday. So your deposit on this one starts from as little or as 10% of the price. So if I tell you the deposit price, then I've given away the actual price. So I best just show you, Mr. P. That would be the thing to do, I think, wouldn't it? Let's go for the 18th of April in 2026 with a low deposit. In fact, your deposit on this one is less than £60 per person. So your deposit would be £56.90 based on an inside there per person. That's incredible. And again, remember, that's a 7-night, no-fly opportunity to go and cruise up to the fjords on a really, really smart and beautiful ship that is loved by Brits already. Iona has been up to the fjords a fair few times and it gets rave reviews for those cruises as well. People absolutely love it. Now, when you call us, you need to quote this. PO296. I want you to call on this one because we've got a special number just for the show. 0800 953 4701 if you want to book this right now. Remember, a deposit of just £56.90 on this one will get the places secured for you. So call the number and quote PO296. Now, of course, if you want to upgrade, maybe you want the doors of the balcony and the fresh air up in the fjords. It's a lovely view up there. Let's have a look at the prices for those, shall we? Because you've got a lovely, actually brilliant, and there's hardly anything between the ocean view and the balcony price, really, isn't there? I mean, that's what? Don't ask me to do maths at this time of the night. £70 difference between the ocean view and the balcony. You just would go for the balcony, wouldn't you? Just for the prowess of it. Just to say, oh yes, we have a balcony. Thank you very much. It's always a great thing to tell, you know, friends and family. You know, it always gets your nose that little bit ahead, doesn't it? Your deposit, if you went for the balcony, would be just under £100 as well. Thank you, Mr. P, for working that out. You're going to have to be my calculator tonight as well. I don't think I have a brain tonight, but there you go. Am I winning the sympathy vote yet? I mean, I'm nearly losing my voice and everything. Yeah, they still want to bring a free cruise. They're like, as long as you can make it through to spinning the wheel, Derek, we don't care. We don't care if you've got a voice or not. We just want to win the cruise. Right, okay, listen, you know, on this show, I want to make as many of you stars of the show as I possibly can. So I want to get someone in my frame every single week. And we've come up with a winner for this week because the lovely Louise Gregg is in the frame today. And Louise emailed and said, "Hi Derek, we love watching your deals. Here's a photo from our first Caribbean cruise last March with Cruise1st. We would love a cruise with Derek to the Caribbean." Thank you, Louise. You don't tell me who you're with. You haven't told me his name, but you could always email in. But you look like you're having a wonderful time there. And what's the ship in the background there? I can't quite see. Is it an MSC ship? I'm not quite sure, actually. Anyway, you've got a chance to let me know. studio@cruise1st.tv. Now, Louise, you can come cruising with me in the Caribbean in the winter, of course. The cruise with Derek. I mean, where have you been? MSC 365, we're going to Orlando and the Caribbean in November/December, and you should be there. Keep your comments coming in as well. We would love to hear from you tonight. I will croak my way through them. Let's hear from Colin and Kathy first, who've texted in. They've said the Everglades in Florida were amazing and must visit. Richard and Steve in Cardiff, our favourite cruise port was Juneau in Alaska. As we went dog sledding on the glacier, was truly memorable. I'd love to do that. I'd really love to do that. Sue Ashley says my favourite place was Reykjavik in Iceland, and then we went to Boston and Bermuda. Both a cooler climate than warmer. Perfect. Stephen Jean says our favourite port is Port Charlottetown. I'm going to guess that's in Canada from your next comment, which says we ate the best poutine ever. Isn't that like chips, cheese and gravy? I mean, there's no wet required with chips, is there? But listen, you know, when in Rome, etc., etc. And Martin says, my favourite port is Gibraltar. We went on the cable car. I went to see the Barbary Apes. Was on top of the cable car and stayed on there for the whole journey. It made it a very, very special trip. Love Gibraltar. Absolutely love it. Phone lines are busy tonight. Oh, yes. Who's looking after the phone lines tonight, Mr. P? It's Jackie. Jackie is looking after the phones tonight. And is Pete logged in? Pete's logged in as well. We've been on a cruise with Pete. He's logged in and ready to go. And Mary and many others as well on 0800 953 4701. So if you want to talk to the team about any of our offers, then please do. Right. Do you want to come and play Spin and Win? Do you want to win a cruise? I mean, I won one earlier, but I can't win one, but you can. All I need to know on an email or a text is your favourite cruise port, but not just your port. What did you do there? That's what I want to know. So text me now. Text cruiser space and your message with your name and your number to 60777, or you can email studio@cruise1st.tv. Right, I'm going to have to take my water with me. If only this was gin and tonic, it would be absolutely marvellous. And I'd be in fine company as well, because I'm sure Matt Alderton from Celebrity Cruises, you just enjoyed maybe one or two gin and tonics while you were out. You had just been out in Miami, haven't you?
I've literally just got back this weekend, actually, yes.
Yes, you want to, I won't call it a jolly, because it was a working trip.
It absolutely was a work trip, yeah. So 4 days on a cruise and a couple of nights in Miami just to enjoy everything that Celebrity Reflection has.
It's just a hard life. I don't know how you cope, and you're looking remarkably healthier for it as well.
Thank you very much.
We are going to talk Miami actually, because you've got a couple of offers with us tonight. But let's talk about celebrity gossip first, because you know I always like the gossip first. So there's quite a lot going on, isn't there? Now, which is the ship that has just debuted in Southampton for the first time?
So Celebrity Apex arrived last week. We've been waiting for her for a few years to come to Southampton, so it's our first Edge class ship to come and sail out of Southampton. So we've been very excited. The whole team were down there last week. So she's off at the fjords at the minute doing those itineraries and British Isles, and very excited to have the first Edge class ship out of the UK.
Well, let's talk to you about the fjords very, very briefly. Have you been up there?
I have been to the fjords, yes.
Yeah. Was it for you? Did it tick all the boxes?
It was beautiful, and Edge class is all about being outside. It's all about big windows. It's all about connecting with the outside. So there's no better place to see that scenery than on an Edge class ship.
It's absolutely stunning, isn't it? Now, listen, while Matt's here, you've got the chance to pick his brains as well. So if you've got any questions whatsoever, then email them in to studio@cruise1st.tv. Or, of course, you can text us, text the word cruise and a space and your message to 60777. Sorry, I went blank again then. Right, so we've got exclusive savings on the 2 offers we have tonight with Matt, and Matt could end up hosting the rest of the show, by the way. He doesn't know that yet, but if my voice does give up, then that's the backup plan. The first offer with Celebrity tonight takes us to the Southern Caribbean, Miami and New York, all in one perfectly formed 15-night Cruise First package. Now, we start on the 26th of April next year by flying out to Miami for a 2-night hotel stay. I'm laughing because, Matt, you've literally just returned from Miami, so...
It's somewhere I know quite well. Of course, you've got to go down, you've got to go to South Beach, see all the iconic buildings down there. But the city itself is absolutely amazing as well. We've got amazing shopping, some brilliant districts to enjoy in Miami as well.
It just looks fascinating, and just as fascinating, and it kind of is it, I mean, am I right in saying, I've never been, but a place that very much changes from day to night as well?
Absolutely.
So you've got 2 different places.
Yeah, South Beach is a party capital when you go on an evening, but by day, great shopping, easy to get to the Everglades or enjoy some of the shopping in town.
Oh, the airboat tours through the gators and everything.
Absolutely.
Done it?
I have done it, yes. Not too far. Need some ear protectors because they're very loud.
Okay. Worth doing, though.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fantastic. Good. I want as much knowledge from you tonight as possible. It's great because, you know, for places you haven't been to before, it's always good to just kind of hear from someone that's been. Right, we're on board Celebrity Silhouette, Solstice class, of course.
Yep.
So I can always tell because, you know, there's the green.
You see that I've got the Lawn Club is what we're famous for, of course. This ship was actually fully refurbished in 2020 as well. But it's the striking grass on the top deck which makes everyone the Lawn Club, which makes it stand out.
It is stunning, isn't it? And the funny thing is, Matt, is that none of the other cruise lines have picked up on it and emulated it.
No, not as of yet.
Don't you think that's? I mean, there are. I mean, it's only Celebrity that have taken that one step further, if you like, with the rooftop garden on the Edge class. But that's almost like a sort of sideways move, isn't it, in a way? The Lawn Club, for me, that's such a draw.
It's such a staple, actually, to be able to get there, take a blanket up there, lay down with a drink in hand, watching the scenery. Perfect. Or, you know, a little game of croquet. Why not?
It's just a bonkers thing to do. I just think the whole... I'd say this every time, I know, I'm so sorry. I chew this carrot every time, but just the juxtaposition of being, you know, anywhere in the world, looking out to sea, and there you are on a lawn like you'd gone to the village green or something.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? And you're also thinking, how with all this sunshine and all the weathers that this ship goes through, how on earth does that grass stay alive? I can tell you the secret to that, actually, because it's actually a variety of like 14, 15 different grasses that come from Bermuda and all over the place, don't they?
And a very committed team of gardeners which make sure it is kept healthy.
I know, we all want that job, don't we? We all want, step aside Monty Don, we want that job. We're all in line for it. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Food, of course, we have to talk about food because it's quite a grand affair of the evening without everyone being in tuxedos 24 hours a day. But it's a really smart offering.
It is, absolutely. I mean, just talking of that, people do ask the question quite often about how formal do you need to be. We don't do formal on Celebrity, but we do an evening chic, so it's whatever chic is for you. So otherwise,
which is really lovely, actually, because the last thing you want, in a way, before you go, if you've never been on a cruise like this, because, you know, let's face it, this is a 5-star cruise line. So if you've never cruised with Celebrity before, you might have that, oh my word, that's it, I'm going to have to do thousands of pounds worth of shopping before I even go on this holiday, because to be dressed correctly for it. So if you were given like a list of, okay, everyone will need 4 times tuxedo, 3 times ball gown, you know, but you would hate it, wouldn't you?
Absolutely not. Not for a Caribbean cruise, particularly, as well, where you want to be relaxed and going into all these.
I want to be in shorts and flip-flops as much as possible. In the evening, it's a different matter.
Yeah.
You know, yes, you want to dress appropriately to the surroundings you're in. You know, you're enjoying this fine entertainment in these wonderful bars and lounges and the theatre and whatever. You want to dress appropriately for that,
of course. And I think that fits with Celebrity. Everything we do, we elevate everything that we do at Celebrity. So we've got some incredible venues, from the main dining, and you'll see the wine tower in our main dining room, to the specialty restaurants.
They are lovely. They are lovely, and you should really treat yourself to something like this. And there's no bigger treat really than doing the Caribbean, is there? I mean, especially if you've not done this kind of adventure before. And you cannot, I mean, if you've been a watcher of the channel for years and years and years, you can't hear us keep talking about the Caribbean on and on and on and on without eventually going there. It's kind of got to be done, hasn't it, really?
Yeah. Once you've been to a Caribbean beach, there's no going back, I'm afraid.
That's the thing. Right, here we go then on our cruise. We've just had a couple of nights in Miami. We've got a couple of days at sea to Oranjestad in Aruba, which just looks amazing. I just look at all of those 3 pictures and I'm like, yes, I want to do a bit of all of that. Thank you very much. That would be amazing. At the end of the day, this is the Caribbean, and you've been to the Caribbean quite a few times, haven't you? Everywhere a different kind of, everywhere a different kind of feeling and different kind of flavour.
Yeah, of course, some of the islands are far more kind of mountainous and green. Actually, this collection of islands are generally flatter. You've got the salt flats, but these have got incredible beaches, and of course the salt flats bring in the flamingos, which they're famous for as well.
Amazing. And of course, there's loads of different excursion adventures if you want to. If you want to do those kind of, ATV tours, snorkeling tours, diving, there's all kinds of different things you can do. Now, we end this cruise in New York. Now, of course, you can't end a cruise in New York and just fly home. That would just be rude.
Absolutely not, no.
Absolutely rude. You've been to New York recently, haven't you, Matt?
Last year, yes. I've done New York a few times, yeah. And it's a city for walking and exploring, and yeah, it's one of my favourite cities, absolutely.
What's your thing when you're in New York? Is it the food? Is it the sights? Is it something different every time?
It's the food. I love exploring. One of my favourites, actually, last time I went, walked over the Brooklyn Bridge, all these different stalls and things, and then you end up in Brooklyn in an area called Dumbo, which is down under Manhattan Bridge overpass.
Oh, well remembered.
And actually that area, it's super cool, loads of restaurants, shops, right on the river. So a brilliant place to go and explore. It's
quite nice, isn't it? I kind of get the feel in New York that there's always something new, almost a little kind of hidden pocket here that you're like, oh, I've discovered this. Yeah. Feels like, it feels like you could go there 100 times and have 100 different experiences, which is great. Here's your full itinerary then. Your flight out to Miami, a couple of nights there, your fabulous cruise, and then, of course, you've got your stay in New York at the end of the cruise. Did I mention that the cruise had drinks included, classic drinks package included? I could do with a little medicinal whiskey and lemon right now. I don't know where the bar is here. But you have got classic drinks included. You also have Wi-Fi included on your cruise as well, which is wonderful. So your price tag for this 15 nights, when are we going on this one? April next year. So a low deposit on this today, and we've got an exclusive saving on this one, have we not, Mr. P? It is £460 per person. So that price should be £460 per person more. But because we're just amazing here at Cruise1st and we have the most incredible connections and relationships with the cruise lines as well, we've managed to negotiate extra savings for you as well. So 2299 per person. It's just ridiculous, and that's flight out to Miami, the stay there, the cruise, which is all inclusive, which is 5-star as well, remember, with so much more than just drinks and Wi-Fi included. And then you've got your stay in New York at the end. All the flights are sorted as well. We've made all the arrangements end to end, no booking fee, and you can put a low deposit on this today of just £199 per person. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at upgrade prices then, because, we do like a cheeky upgrade, don't we? And actually, do you know what? I expected that to be a little bit more, to be honest with you, because the balconies on Silhouette are definitely worth.
Absolutely. So you've got some iconic places you're sailing into as well.
Yeah, of course.
Amazing.
Absolutely. Now, I've got a couple of questions that have come in already for you, Matt, which is great. Nick asks, any clues about the exciting dining options on the Celebrity XL next year? I'm booked on the Maiden and cannot wait, having done Beyond twice and on Apex Transatlantic in October. Oh, that's right on the spot, that one, isn't it?
Oh, on XL, we don't know actually as of yet. Okay. We know that she's going to benefit from all the same things from the Edge class, so I suspect the restaurants will be the same, but we are going to have some new venues as well. So I expect Voyage from Daniel Ballou that we have on Ascent will be on there, and the rest of our staple ones, but we don't know as of yet. It's all under wraps.
And she's Edge class as well, right?
Absolutely, yes, at the final
Okay, so we can have dinner on the Edge then, we think?
Yes, we should certainly. We're expecting the Magic Carpet will be giving a dinner options. But yeah, we are waiting to see anytime now, we'll find out.
Thank you very much, Nick. Good one. Let's put him right on the spot as well. I actually, when we were chatting before the show, I had asked you, hadn't I, have we got any gossip on Excel? And as yet not, but stay tuned. As soon as we know anything, I'll keep asking. Jill has emailed in as well. She says, we're cruising as a couple. Do we get seated on a table for two with included dining, or will we get seated with other people? And can we ask for a table for two?
Yeah, normally you will get a table for two. You may be allocated a group table, but all you do, if that's not suitable, is you have a chat with the maitre d' and you'll be moved to a table for two. Easy.
Fantastic. Lovely, that's good. Keep your questions coming in for Matt as well. The cheekier the better, the more gossip we can get out of him, the absolute better. Anything you want to know, celebrity or any burning questions, send them in studio@cruise1st.tv, and Matt will be back with another scorching saving for a Cruise First package with celebrity coming up later, looking ahead to 2026 in the Far East. In the meantime, keep your questions coming in, because it's time now to get ourselves up to date with the very latest goings on in cruise news. The Celebrity Edge is enjoying her maiden voyage on a full summer season of cruises up in Alaska. The Edge-class ship, with its open decks and great views from the Magic Carpet, is running 7-night sailings from now through to September in and out of Seattle, treating guests to the Alaskan wilderness on a Dawes Glacier itineraries, with tours planned including the Ketchikan Salmon Walk. The Edge joins both the Celebrity Summit and Solstice, enjoying scenic trips around Alaska this season. Good news for footy fans on board with MSC ahead of the UEFA Euros in June and July. The line have just announced that they will be screening the matches live on their ships in the Med and Northern Europe this summer, including the UK favourite MSC Virtuosa. As well as being able to watch the matches in bars, the big pool deck screen will also be showing games and inviting their guests to take part in special Euro-themed events. There'll be the chance to design your own football strip, join penalty shootout challenges and take part in trivia competitions offering prizes. And there you go, and I have to say I couldn't care less for windbag kicking, so that would be something that I would avoid like the plague. But if you are a fan, then it's going to be very, very good for you indeed. Right, it's time now for a roundup of the hottest cruise and stay packages booking at Cruise First this week now, and they will all come up on my glorious screen here. Here she is, MSC 480 is no-fly France and Spain on MSC Virtuosa, which is brilliant. You can add premium extra drinks package to that one as well for just £32 per person per day, so that comes out at £459 per person. There aren't any other numbers hiding behind the live bug there. That will say PP after it. Right, next one please, Mr. P. Yeah, I do feel like a weatherman. I need a clicker, I told you last week. Right, next up, PC 527 tells me that's a Princess cruise, and it's a no fly Canada and New England deal over 31 nights at 2269, and you can add Princess Plus, of course, to that, to add drinks to the package as well if you wanted to. Fly should be in there. Anyway, next up, we will go to P&O Cruises, and we've got a no-fly Eastern Med cruise on Aurora. Oh, adults only. 24 nights going on the 14th of September in 2026. And on that one, PO 295, if you've got a third and a fourth passenger sharing with you, they would actually sail for free. So again, you could invite more people in to share your cabin and then divvy the cost by 4. That's what you do, isn't it? It's absolutely what you would do. So that's that one, PO 295. Talk to our team about any of these. Just quote the references, you get more details. Next up, NCL, so Norwegian Cruise Lines to the Seychelles, Maldives and Madagascar. This is 20 nights going on the 19th of January in 2026. This has got a 2-night Singapore stay and 16 nights on Norwegian Dawn, which is all inclusive as well, which is really lovely. That starts at 3299 and it's NCL 324. Is there room for another one here? Is there room for one there? Can you fit one in there? Oh, look at that. Magic, isn't it? This does respond to touch as well, does it? I'm loving this. Technology in this studio is ridiculous. RC565 is Iceland and Ireland with an Amsterdam stay, and this is Royal Caribbean on Jewel of the Seas. 2 weeks going on the 27th of July. It is Mr. P's birthday on the 27th of July, actually. 2 weeks, and that includes an overnight in Reykjavik on the cruise and a 2-night hotel stay in Amsterdam. So you want details of any of those, just quote these references, should I say, to our wonderful team on this number here, 0800 953 4701. Right, your comments are still coming in thick and fast as well. Are we ahead of time or are we behind time? How many minutes? We're way behind time. Yeah, we're about 2 minutes behind time, but there you go, never mind. David says, my favourite port is Puerto Rico in the Caribbean, enjoying having pina colada and visiting the Bacardi distillery there. Other alcoholic drinks are available. Thank you very much, David. Rebecca says, I love the Petroleum Museum in Stavanger too. Yes, Rebecca, thank you so much. She says, and also the stunning railway trip in Flom, up in the fjords. Did you see the surprise at the waterfall at Hjosfossen with the music and everything? No, I'm not telling you the surprise. I've kept it to myself for nearly 15 years. I'm not blurting it out now just because I've got a cold and no voice. Hayley Wills says, my best port is Lisbon. The town around the port was beautiful and I loved everything about it. And one more for now because we're so behind time. Michelle says, Curacao. The day spent there was one of the best days of my life. My husband and I swam with the turtles and I can't put into words how amazing it was. P.S. We love watching you and your wonderful shirts. Thank you very much. You're very kind and charitable. Yes, it is size small, Mr. P. I don't know, he's obsessed with which size my shirts are. They are size small. I've been a good boy this year. Anyway, listen, spin and win. To get an entry in, to have the chance of me calling you live on the show, if there's any of this voice left between now and 9 o'clock, just let me know which is your favourite cruise port, but also what you did there as well. Also, if you're coming on the cruise with Derek in November/December, what are you looking forward to most? Unless you've been living under a rock since November last year, you'll know that you've got the chance to come and cruise with us to the Caribbean at the back end of November with a stay in Orlando and an all-inclusive cruise. Well, this is the last call for anyone who wants to come and join us because our allocation is almost full to the brim on the deal. It all starts on the 27th of November this year and we are all flying off as one big happy family. There's nearly 500 of us now flying over from the UK to Orlando. And we've got 3 nights in Orlando. Now, of course, in Orlando, you have got the theme parks in Orlando. You have got the shopping in Orlando. I mean, you have just 1,001 different opportunities while you are in Orlando. We are going to have a great time there. Now, this is for you to do what you want with this 3-night stay, whether you want to go and do the parks, you know, maybe you're coming with family, maybe it's just you and the other half. Maybe you want to swap Orlando for Miami, or you want to head straight to Miami. The cruise is going out of there anyway, so you can always tinker and tailor this offer as you want to. But we'll start with the package as it is. And there's so much more to Orlando that I didn't really realise because I've never been to that part of America yet until this very date, the 27th of November, and I cannot wait. I know that Mr. P will be dragging us around the park at 300 miles an hour. We're going to do Universal Studios, Busch Gardens. He's got the itinerary all sorted. He's just telling me in my ear right now. Anyway, next we go to the cruise. We also, because the cruise goes out of Miami, we're putting on a coach transfer, picking you up from the hotel in Orlando and taking you down to Miami, which is brilliant. We haven't worked out quite the logistics of that there, whether I'm going to be on one coach or maybe I could simulcast to all of the coaches. Anyway, listen, we'll figure that out. And when we get down to the port of Miami, here's MSC Seascape. Now, who's coming on that with me, the Robotron? Anyone? Do you think you'll be brave enough to do that? Or one of those water slides? You don't have to do all of these. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's up to you. But it's nice to do something different. Now, the thing with coming to do it with us means that there's a slight twist as well, because we're going to have lots of exclusive events that are just for us. So, for instance, we are going to have our very own sail away party. We are also, actually, Mr. P has got a whole list of different things that we are going to be doing. Things that he's volunteering me for, actually. I just have to agree to it all, which is fine, because there'll be lots of us all travelling together. Now, the reason I wanted to put this together is, basically, I asked you, as a viewership, where do you want to go? You pretty much all said, hands down, the Caribbean. And I had said to the team beforehand, actually, I really want to do a cruise to the Caribbean, you know, not just because I want to be in the Caribbean and I haven't been there before, but I want lots of people who have never been, who have never quite been brave enough to book that Caribbean holiday. I want them to feel, you know, reassured that there's people they know around them to come with us and, you know, just have a really, really good time and maybe break their own holiday boundaries a little bit. You know, even if you've been cruising for 30 years, you might just have been cruising the same routes again and again and again. Round and round the Med we go, you know, like a big merry-go-round for years and years and years. And sometimes it's nice to kind of break the cycle a little bit and go and do something else. And of course, you know, the Caribbean isn't just all about sitting on a beach and doing nothing. I mean, sure, that's nice, and that's always an option. And I'm sure I'll be taking up that option as often as possible. But you've got a great ship here. The ship is actually kind of styled on New York in the actual styling inside itself, which is really, really lovely. Great entertainment. But listen, we're all going to be up on deck most of the time, you know, enjoying the sun, enjoying the weather, because we don't get it when we're at home, do we? Here's where we're going. Slight itinerary change, actually. In Jamaica, rather than Ocho Rios, we've now been rerouted to Jamaica. And that's because of some damage to one of the port tender things in Ocho Rios. That's the only reason. But still beautiful Falmouth in Jamaica. Dunn's River Falls is really, really popular there. Then the itinerary continues as it was. Georgetown in the Cayman Islands, Stingray City, I think we're going to be heading to on a special excursion. We're still trying to put the finer details on that at the moment. We're going to try and sort out an itinerary where lots of us can kind of, you know, go on the same excursion at the same time, but we're still working on that at the moment. Then we're going to Cozumel in Mexico, which again is beautiful. I wouldn't mind actually swimming with sea lions. It would be pretty awesome, I think, don't you? But maybe just, you know, being able to go there and see it and say that I've been to Mexico now. This is what, for me, this is brownie points when I get back. I can finally say, I've been to the Caribbean, I've been to Mexico, and I've also enjoyed this wonderful ship. You know, I've been on a couple of MSC ships, and I love them. I love them for service, and I love them for their dining. And I love the fact that your last call on this cruise is their own private island. And this isn't one of those kind of whizzy-bang slide and water park kind of islands. This is a nice, kind of relaxed, kind of remote paradise style island. It's a marine reserve as well, so it's all about seeing the developing corals there, doing the snorkeling there, and seeing the, you know, the sea life itself. And you port directly in at Ocean Cay itself, which is wonderful. Oh, there's that awful picture of me with the captain's hat. We must update that, Mr. P, mustn't we? So there you go. Welcome aboard. I will not be holding that when you arrive on the ship. I'm just going to tell you right now. So that's your full itinerary. It's going to be great fun, and I really hope that you decide to come with us. There's so much included in the price. I didn't mention that on the cruise, actually we're all inclusive as well. So we've got MSC's premium extra drinks package, which is brilliant. So, you know, literally, you know, bar to bar to bar, you just literally just tap your card on the little thing which does all the technology, and it's not going onto your bill, which is brilliant. That in itself is worth over £400 per person, which is just brilliant, and we've included it in our deal. Now, not just that, but we've got our own exclusive extras as well, have we not, Mr. P? So let's go and have a look at what we're doing exclusively as coming with us on our group. And there's the best part of 500 of us friends together already on this one, but it's kind of final call because we're reaching the end of our allocation here. So we'll have a sail away party in Miami. We'll have an interactive quiz, and Mr. P's quizzes, honestly, you know how perfect these shows are put together. His quizzes are immaculate, really good and really interactive as well. Duet with Derek at the karaoke, not if I've got this voice, I'm telling you now, I'm not even going for that. But yeah, why not, let's do it. A chance to dine with Derek. We had a lovely one on the first cruise we did together in Butcher's Cut, which is very, very nice. We'll have a farewell party, and I can't even think about that now. It's bringing a tear to my eye just thinking about that. And you'll have a special goodie bag as well. To just thank you for being on the cruise with us. Right, okay, let's give you the price tag because we are talking about final call now. Now, this price is going to be based on the flights in out of London as well. So let's go for, oh no, that's not that price actually. Take that price away. Take that price away. The price is actually 1899 per person. Sorry, Mr. P has made a slight calculation error. You're just changing it now. Don't worry, I'll cover your embarrassment. 1899 based on London flights. You can't do this just to drum up extra trade, you know. You can't just give our money away. It's 1899 per person. Apologies for that. That's based on London. If you're flying out of Manchester or Glasgow, it's £100 more for the flight supplement. And if you're flying out of Birmingham, it's £200 more. So that should be 1899 per person. That includes the flight to Orlando, 3-night hotel stay on International Drive, the transfer from Orlando down to the cruise port in Miami, and that 7-night all-inclusive cruise cruise on an MSC Seascape to the Caribbean with me, of course, all inclusive with the premium extra drinks package, which is worth £420 each, and your gratuities, they're also included, plus our special hosted events. Right, should we try that again? Let's try that again with the right price this time. We like to be wholly accurate on this channel, you know. 1899 per person. I'm so sorry, because I didn't want everyone who was booked already to go, hang on a second, that's less than the launch price. What are you up to? 1899 is the price, and our allocation is coming to an end, as I say, on that one. So if you want to come along, if you want to know more about it, just call the team now, 0800 953 4701, and quote MSC 365. The lines are open. Jackie and the team are there all the way through until 10 o'clock tonight to take your calls, and then they'll be back in the office from, is it 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock. They have a lay-in, don't they? 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow and right the way through the day. I'll get shouted at every time I say that. Right, let's have a look at the upgrades then, shall we? Let's see how they are. Ocean view, we've got balcony, and we've got the yacht club as well, which is brilliant. Kelly's dropped in a comment saying, never been on a cruise, but we'll be going with Derek on the all-inclusive in November. Can't wait. Thank you, Kelly. Can't wait to meet you. Catherine Taylor says, hi Derek, my husband and I are cruise virgins, but you convinced us to book. Love watching you on the TV. Thank you, that's so kind. I look forward to meeting you as well. I won't have a cold by then, I promise. Well, hopefully not, although it is back into November, so who knows. Nick says, we've booked for Cruise with Derek as we want to try MSC and love the Caribbean, but have never done the Orlando parks. Watch you guys all the time and just think the whole trip will be a ball and making new friends, which is what cruising is all about. After all, not crawling, cruising. Colin says, please put on another cruise with Derek. I'm booked for later this year and I want to have another one to look forward to. Right, okay. Well, you know, I've been, last week on the show, I was asking you for ideas for the next one. And you were sending in your ideas left, right and centre, and do keep them coming in as well, because I would love to hear more. But yeah, I am trying, honestly, every week, myself and Mr. P talk to the team and we're like, right, where is Cruise with Derek 3? When are we opening the bookings? We are, honestly, we're on it like a car bonnet every single week. Some more of your comments coming in about your favourite cruise port. Frank and Marie in Hertfordshire says, Olden in Norway, love it. Spectacular views as you sail up and moor in Olden, unforgettable. Muriel, who is in Marseille. Are you in Marseille, Muriel? Marvellous. She, oh no, sorry, Muriel's not in Marseille. Her favourite cruise port is Marseille. Sorry, Muriel. I tell you what, this cold really has gone to my head. Muriel says, Marseille is my favourite cruise port. Love the museum, going down in the caves under the seas. And just one more for now, Ray and Phyllis, Barbados. Went to a place called the Boatyard. Great value for money. Great bar and great snorkeling trips. Wonderful. Keep your comments coming in. Remember, in less than 10 minutes time, I think, I'm going to be calling someone and giving you the chance to spin the wheel and win a cruise live. So keep your comments coming in. Favourite cruise port and what you did there. Email me or text me. You've got all the details down there. Right, okay, let's continue. Let's try and get ourselves back on track. Matt Alderton has been listening to all this nonsense and waiting for me to come back from Celebrity Cruises. And I've got some more questions for you, Matt, actually. James is looking to book a no-fly med cruise on the Celebrity Apex for this summer, and he asked what the currency is on board when cruising from Southampton. Is it British pounds or American dollars?
It's American dollars. As an American line, everything on board is in dollars.
Okay, even if you're cruising out of the UK?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right, cool. And Ken has sent a lovely comment in as well. Thank you, Ken. Lovely to hear from you. This is lovely. He says he's been cruising with Celebrity for over 30 years now.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing. You would have seen it all over 30 years, Ken. In fact, he shared with us, he was lucky enough to meet the one and only, we're not worthy, Jane McDonald on the Celebrity Galaxy back in the late 1990s.
Oh, wow. Okay, amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
Wow, that is incredible, isn't it? Thank you. Keep your comments coming in, and if you've got any more questions for Matt, then please let us know and we can pass them on. Right, our second celebrity offer with exclusive discounts ventures out to the Far East with 2 tempting stays and an all-inclusive celebrity cruise. It's 18 nights starting on the 27th of February in 2026, where we fly from the UK out to Singapore for a 2-night hotel stay. It's another place you know well as well.
I've been before Singapore, absolutely, yeah, fantastic city. Yeah.
Is the shopping all it's cracked up to be?
Yeah.
I hear a lot about the shopping.
The shopping's amazing, but it's a city that's got beaches, it's got shopping, it's got some amazing sights, great skyscrapers with some good views.
Singapore, beaches, you don't really conjure those up. We never see them in our footage, do we? You never think of it as a beach place, but of course.
We've got beaches, and Sentosa Island even has a small Universal Studios as well, so you can do the rides and things. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. And have you done the whole your Gardens by the Bay in the evenings and the cloud forest and thing?
Absolutely, it's beautiful. And a beautiful port to sail out of.
And the Singapore Sling, of course.
Of course, yes.
Was it you that told me about the nuts?
Yes.
Yes, it was. I thought, yes, it stayed with me. There's just some things just stay with you. I should explain that really. Well, actually, you explain it.
Okay, so when you go and get the traditional Singapore Sling, they do give you some monkey nuts to have, and traditionally you open the nuts, eat the nuts, and you throw the shells onto the floor.
You just throw the shells
onto the floor.
The
is covered in monkey nut shells.
You just disregard them.
Yeah.
So that's what happens. Anyway, that won't be happening here. Don't be leaving your monkey nut shells on the Celebrity Solstice Lawn Club.
Absolutely
or
not.
I'll come round and slap your legs.
Yeah.
This is wonderful. And of course, Solstice is, she was the first, wasn't she?
Yeah,
with the,
absolutely.
With the
So
Lawn Club.
really revolutionary when she was launched in those spaces. You can see from the Lawn Club to the library, the hideaway, amazing dining options, as we said before, with Silhouette. But yeah, some beautiful spaces to enjoy on board.
What about, because people always wonder, what about the staterooms? What's there for him? What do I need to take? What's already provided in terms of facilities in the stateroom?
In the stateroom, you've got all of your bathroom amenities already. So you have soaps, your shampoos, things like that. I love the bathrooms also on all of our ships. No shower curtains, all glass, which is a nice thing for.
Yes, because it's horrible. There's nothing worse than one of those clinging to you, is there?
And surprisingly big. Everyone's surprised at how big our bathrooms are actually on board. And the staterooms have got everything you need. You'll have dressing gowns provided for you as well, and a TV that has all of your channels, amenities, everything you need.
Talking about the TV, because that's one of the resources and one of the places where you can get information on the ports that you're going to, because you might be going on this itinerary as well. You might not have been to half of the places. You might know the country name, but that's about it. But there's lots of resources on board, isn't there, to learn more?
There is lots, and we'll also have a lot of talks on board to help people, and we have a whole team on board that can help kind of guide and assist for helping people decide what they're going to do actually when they're ashore.
Which is so lovely, and it's just such a lovely, I'm not going to say it's a relaxed feel on board. I mean, it is very relaxed, but I mean, you can be on the go, just as you can be full of activity if you want to.
Every day you'll get a programme which you wouldn't believe how much there is going on. So if you want to go and do the quizzes, games, activities, things around the pool, you've got all of that there. If you just want to find a quiet corner and relax, you absolutely have that as well.
It's wonderful. I can kind of understand these days, with the quality of the Wi-Fi and things that are on board, I can understand why people are actually, sneaking off on one of these kind of cruises, and they're kind of, they're still working.
We do.
And they can do it. And Wi-Fi is included in this offer.
It is, and we actually have some of the best Wi-Fi at sea. We use Starlink, so there's satellites everywhere. So
and they are super, super fast, aren't they? Like you wouldn't believe, you're in the middle of nowhere, and you've got like the same kind of normality of internet as you're pretty much as being
very easy to tell people at home what a great time you're having and make them all jealous.
I know. Absolutely. Yeah, and risk having a few less followers by the time you get back. That's the only danger of that, but there you go. They'll all be gritting their teeth and saying, I'm so pleased for you. Anyway, should we go on this cruise then, shall we? 12 nights, remember, coming out of Singapore. And we're going to Koh Samui, a place you know well, Matt, as well.
I've been before, beautiful beaches, absolutely stunning island, Koh Samui, but really relaxed, not like some of the more hectic ports you'll get to later on in the cities, but beautiful.
Are you thinking about Bangkok?
I'm thinking about it.
Well, we're there for 2 days. We're there for an overnight. I would love to see Bangkok, and I would love to see it for its craziness and for its bustle as well.
The temples are absolutely stunning, absolutely.
Because, of course, we're in the port for Bangkok, so you are a little way away, which is actually quite nice, because then you can come back to kind of the relative peace of,
I think that's it, having a ship as beautiful as this, actually. It's nice to have the hectic days, and it's your sanctuary to come back to.
Definitely. Ho Chi Minh City, of course, full, again, of history, wonderful attractions there, wonderful excursions on offer, of course, from Celebrity. I really want to go to that wonderful pagoda in Nha Trang. It looks incredible. It just looks like it's made of meringue.
It does. It's on my list.
it just looks so beautifully done. It really does. These places are there to be explored. We go into Chiang Mai next to another wonderful Vietnamese port. And these are very, very easy to navigate, these ports as well, actually. Lots of different things to go and see, lots of history to discover. And of course, they're all kind of, beachside and waterside places. So, if you want to just go and relax or just go and have a little wander around, you can. Hanoi, we're here for 2 days as well. in Hanoi. So again, the great thing is what will happen is, day one you'll take an excursion and then you'll meet someone in the evening who did something completely different. Well, you can do it then on the following day. That's the bonus of having an extra day there. You've got a day at sea, and then we're in Hong Kong, and we're not flying straight back. We've got a 2-night hotel stay there. How's Hong Kong different to Singapore then, Matt, in your view? Because you've done both, haven't you?
It's probably more busy, more hustle and bustle.
Okay.
Hong Kong is crazy, but beautiful as well. You've got to take the cable car or the funicular up to Victoria Peak to see the views from the top and the skyline.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's incredible.
Yeah, it does look a fascinating place, and again a place of so many contrasts as well. But it's quite nice actually to go and explore a place that does have a lot going on. I think that's quite nice. It's nice to have those, very, very nice and relaxed ports, but then it's quite nice to go into places that are absolutely crazy chaos.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice to come back with those memories. Oh, do you remember when?
Yeah, these are real bucket list destinations.
Yeah.
Actually, Asia has been incredibly popular this year, particularly.
Oh, for sure. Honestly, I mean, when we looked, when we run reports on, what kind of things that, people are booking in terms of, trend, the Far East comes away, and where even us as a team, we were like, okay, well, it'll be Med first, then the Caribbean, and then another destinations around the world. Oh no, actually these Far East adventures, and actually you can book right now out into the back end of 2026. You can book that far ahead with low deposits right now to lock in great deals now, and then have plenty of budgeting time so that by the time you take the holiday, you can actually really, really appreciate it, rather than, a deal that goes in 2 weeks' time and it's kind of like, okay, I've got to find all that money and the money that I need to be on the holiday as well. Do you know what I mean? With doing it so far in advance, you lock in a great price now and then just really enjoy the holiday when it gets here. So this is February in 2026, 18 nights in total, with an exclusive saving as well. Yeah. Absolutely. We always will do that for you wherever we can. The flight out to Singapore, 2 nights in a hotel there, 12 nights on Celebrity Solstice to Vietnam and Thailand, including your overnights in Bangkok and Hanoi, with your classic drinks package included and Wi-Fi. Starlink excellent Wi-Fi as well. Ending your cruise in Hong Kong with a 2-night hotel stay there, and then the flight back from Hong Kong to the UK. Your deposit today on this is a low deposit, which is really good, just £199 each. And we've got an exclusive saving. Get this. If I had a voice enough to shout this, I would shout it even louder. £730 per person saved by booking our offer right now. Let's see the price. There are other dates, as you can see. Talk to the team about those. But 2,799 to lock this in right now. I mean, this is for 2 years' time, for heaven's sake. You're locking it in now with a deposit of £199. You're saving it should be £730 more per person. So get it booked in right now. I know I'm asking you for a quick decision. I'm not really. You can take a little bit of time to think about it, talk to each other about it, about the kind of thing. The funny thing is, an offer like this arrives at you at the time it kind of needs to. It finds you. Do you know what I mean? It's not necessarily the other way around where you're looking for it. It will come along and tick all the boxes for you. The reference is CEL288. Here's the upgrade prices on this one. It's amazing. There is your prices for your ocean view, for your balcony, and for your suite as well. Just amazing opportunities. They really are. They are superb. Call us right now if we can help you with any of those. 0800 953 4701 is our free phone number to call. Matt, we are completely and utterly out of time. In fact, I'm about 4 or 5 minutes over time. Thank you so much for coming in tonight. It's been great to see you. Thank you for sharing all your holiday know-how as well. And come back and see us again soon, will you?
Of course I will. Absolutely.
Brilliant. Okay, right. We need to do it. We need to go and spin that wheel, because I'm hopefully going to win you a cruise. Let's do it. Right, sorry Richard, I'm just like moving around like crazy boy. Right, okay, should we just leave that wheel where we are at the moment? Because I ended up on board game, right? Let's just leave it there. Right, okay, we're dialing someone right now, and whoever you are, answer the phone. We're ringing. Lisa, it's you in Sussex, so turn your TV down.
Hello.
Lisa, hello.
Hello.
How are you? Whereabouts in Sussex are you?
I'm in Hove.
In Hove? Oh,
Hove.
Lovely, lovely part of the world. Right, okay, what can I win for you? You're after the cruise tonight, Lisa, surely.
Oh, I definitely am. I've never been on one ever.
Oh, okay, let's see if we can get you your first then. Let's spin away live tonight here on Cruise1st TV. How long have you been watching us, Lisa?
Oh, years and years and years.
Have you? And you've never booked a cruise yet so far?
No,
Where do you want to go?
The money.
Where do you want to go, darling?
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
Absolutely anywhere.
Anywhere. Lisa is an open book. She'll cruise to anywhere. Well, if this wheel ever stops, because you know I've been out with the WD-40 again, just to make sure it gets the biggest spin possible. Who would you take on your cruise, Lisa?
Oh, my husband.
Oh, amazing. So you fancy somewhere sunny?
Yeah, anywhere. Absolutely anywhere.
Right, okay, well, we are nearing that point. Are you ready? We have just gone past the free cruise, but that doesn't mean we're not going to go back to it at all. Lisa, this would make my day. Lisa, I can't believe it.
Oh,
Lisa, are you watching the TV?
I am.
So you can see, I can't believe I've finally given it away. Do you want to see the cruise that you've won, Lisa?
Oh, my God.
Have a look at this.
Congratulations! You've just won the most incredible no-fly European city escape with P&O Cruises. Departing on the 31st of October 2026, you'll board the spectacular Arvia in Southampton for 7 nights of cruising, visiting Hamburg and Zeebrugge, as well as an overnight in Rotterdam. Enjoy the holiday of a lifetime, and remember to send us a postcard.
Lisa.
Am I dreaming this?
Yeah, it's really happening. Do you know what? I could cry. I feel absolutely rotten tonight because I've got a terrible cold and I feel terrible, but I would never have missed this show for the world. To know that we've got someone who has never been on a cruise before, and you are... I wasn't watching that, Mr. P. Where is Lisa going?
Oh, my God.
You're going to France and Spain with P&O on your very...
Where am I going? Sorry.
You're going to France and Spain on P&O on the Arvia, which is their newest... Yeah, brand newest ship with P&O Cruises. Well, it was worth watching, Lisa, wasn't it?
Oh, my God, thank you so much. I don't know what to say.
I could not be more pleased for you, indeed. What's your husband's name?
Peter.
Say again?
Peter.
Is he there with you now?
He is. He's on the floor.
Is he a bit shocked?
He's more than shocked.
I tell you what, I'm a bit shocked as well, because the amount of times... Have you watched this show before as well? I know we've only been on a few weeks, but...
We've never watched this show. Never, ever, ever.
Well, you'll be here every week now.
We watch the show all the time, but not this one.
Not this one.
We normally have grandchildren and stuff, so...
This is our third live show, and every time I've spun it for a contestant playing, it's not been the cruise, and every time I've spun it just for fun... most of the times I've won a cruise. Listen, what are you looking forward to the most? Do you know people who have cruised as well? Have people in your life talked to you about cruising?
Yeah, all the time. Just this afternoon, my son-in-law was here and I said, wouldn't it be lovely if we could all save up and go on a cruise? Oh my God, I can't believe it. I don't know what to say. I'm absolutely...
I know. Well, as long as it's not anything naughty, you can say what you like. But what I am going to say to you, Lisa, as well, is that you can send to everybody that you know, because, you know, when was the last time you won anything, Lisa?
Oh my God, I've never.
I mean, for me, I win, like, you know, a bottle of something that I've never drunk before in a raffle, and that's about it. Nothing.
Yeah.
My luck is terrible when it comes to that. You've just watched this show for the first time. You sent in a comment, we've called you, I've spun this wheel, and I've spun this I don't know how many times, and you've landed straight on the free cruise. Honestly, I can't believe it.
Thank you. I don't know what to say.
Listen.
I'm absolutely overwhelmed.
I'm gonna leave you to recover. Our team will be in touch with you, and we'll make all the arrangements for you. Because she's not going. It's not too far into the future, Mr. P, either, is it? You're going in 2026, so plenty of time to run up to it, which will be amazing. We will contact you and we will make all the arrangements. Lisa and Pete, so much love. I'm so pleased for you, honestly.
No one's going to believe this.
I know, but listen, it's on YouTube there forever. So go and get people to. It'll be on after we finish the show. Thank you so much, Lisa. Take care. Have a brilliant night. I am so pleased. I cannot believe it. Honestly, it's going to take some getting over. That has really made my day, let me tell you. I'm so happy for Lisa and Pete. Some final comments tonight as well. Trudy says, Cadiz is one of my favourite ports in Spain, and our son loves your shirt. Yeah, this is full of smiley faces, this one. It's very good. I'm going to wear this on the cruise. Joy and David in Northern Ireland, they say they're sailing into Honolulu for my husband's special birthday, and then they went to Pearl Harbor. The cruise was Princess out of LA. One more. Lee, my favourite cruise port is Amsterdam, which is close to the scenic canals, open markets, and the Stroop waffles. Thank you very much, Lee, and everyone. I didn't get to your messages as well. Next week on the show, we've got Chloe Palmer from Royal Caribbean. Let's hope we can give away another cruise. It could be you next week. Make sure that you are here live 8 o'clock on Tuesday night. I'm going to go and rest this voice. I'll see you next Tuesday at 8. Lots of love.